Co-Host. All your short life, you've pirated movies and watched movies for free and scammed your way into free films. Little did you know that you'd have to watch 5 bullshit movies on Saw.
What the hell, Corey? Is that your slave voice?
My Saw,
what
man.
The hell? What's wrong? What are you doing?
It's my Saw voice, not my slave voice, man. That's my Saw.
Sorry, master. Put me all through this pain and grief. Sorry, I couldn't pick that cotton on time.
Oh, man, you go to hell, man. That was my Saw puppet voice, but go on,
really?
man.
All right.
So you've never seen any of these except for the first one, and now this one.
I saw the first one, and that's all I cared to see. And I'm sorry, I just don't get it. I don't understand the popularity of these films. I mean, obviously tonight it was almost a packed house with lots of young dummies out there, the future of America, dying to see people getting torn apart. So,
man, let me tell you something.
No plot whatsoever.
I've seen all 5 of these movies. I can't tell you what the hell is going on.
Oh my
I mean,
God. That explains a lot, Corey.
They killed Jigsaw.
Yeah.
2 movies ago. And then in the last movie, in 2 movies ago, they killed his assistant, this girl named Amanda. Mm-hmm. So you're thinking, all right, well, thank God, no more Saw movies. They killed off Jigsaw. We can't do anymore. But they keep finding a way to keep this guy employed by telling these movies in flashbacks. These last 2 movies have been padded out by making up some shit about this actor, Tobin Bell, who plays Jigsaw. He's dead, but they keep bringing him back in flashbacks, teaching, like he's like the Obi-Wan Kenobi of torture. Like he keeps finding young Padawan torturers to train, to carry his legacy on after death. So
basically, the last I remember from the first movie is that there was an old man like crawling away, basically. He was walking away like Yoda. And I'm like, this is the killer? This is the guy who set up all these elaborate death torturous traps? I mean, bullshit. I don't buy it and I don't care. I just did not care anymore. But apparently the kids out there care. So, which I guess leads us to part 5. And this whole movie was one goddamn flashback. And I guess they were trying to piece all the other films together.
Yeah, no, I myself am trying to figure out what is going on in this movie. Because, look, I don't even know why I'm trying to explain this shit. I mean, they keep making these movies just to show you more gruesome ways to kill people. That's all.
Well, I'll tell you what, the gruesome deaths in this movie aren't so gruesome, to be honest. I really didn't think they were that interesting to. Damn,
well, you a sick son of a bitch anyway, man. Come on.
I know, but I've seen worse and I've seen better, and I've seen better with better story. I'm sorry. Well, and what the hell? Please, somebody explain to me what the hell does the trailer mean when it says, it's Halloween and Halloween means Saw? What the hell? Huh? What does that mean?
It means Saw. It means
Saw what? Well, I mean, tell me. Well, Corey, you going to try to explain this to me, please?
Well, you saw.
You going to try?
You saw this bullshit tonight.
But it's not Halloween. It had nothing to do with Halloween. What the?
Well, come on. It's a
movie next week, dude.
I don't know, man. When you trying to make, why you getting so literal with this?
Jesus.
Why you trying to make sense out of this shit? The movie don't make sense. Now you trying to figure out the marketing behind it. All right, I'm gonna try and explain as much of this movie as I can.
Oh no!
Because I don't even remember the last one. All right,
please don't make it short.
So, apparently there's a policeman, an agent named Hoffman, who he's the one that Jigsaw is training now. He's the new Jigsaw. The brand new Jigsaw.
Brand new. He looks like a fat cop to me. He don't look like no new nothing.
Yeah, no, you expecting him to build a trap and kill somebody with donuts and shit. So,
No, he's too busy eating the donuts. Yeah, I'm surprised he's making traps. I mean, this guy is like, he barely fit in his suit. I mean, he's helping this guy make traps. What? He needs to. I'd assume they'd be in the kitchen making sandwiches or something. But fool me, Corey.
Yeah, I mean, and Jigsaw has to train somebody because that motherfucker makes some elaborate traps. Like when Jigsaw died, I'm like,
I thought you were gonna tell me because he's old.
What do you mean? Because he's old?
Jigsaw, that's an old motherfucker. I mean,
well, come on, he had cancer too, but I know, that son of a bitch, he must be spending like. Okay, first of all, I never got this about Saw. I never understood this. when you see who the Jigsaw killer is, because I always thought it was that puppet, but then I found out it's a real guy. So as I said, Tobin Bell is the guy that plays Jigsaw. As you say, he ain't no spring chicken.
No.
So first of all, how is this motherfucker actually being able to make all these traps? And second of all, okay, let's just suspend disbelief here. All right, he can make these traps. He's a genius, evil genius, whatever. Where's he finding the buildings to make these big shopping mall mazes and labyrinths so people have to
that's a great
I mean, that motherfucker
that's a great question, Corey, because they should have made a whole movie about that. I'm sorry.
I mean, that son of a bitch, he has made the ultimate spook house, and it's the size of a J.C. Penney's.
I honestly wanted him. I wanted to see a scene where he's operating that puppet for once on that tricycle. I mean, it's like, is there a remote control or something? I mean, what's he doing back there behind the scenes? I mean, is that like the Jim Henson's workshop working when that shit, when that little dude on the tricycle comes rolling in?
I just think it's funny because he's so diabolical, making all these traps and all these gruesome devices to kill people with. You'd think he'd be like a supervillain, come out with some cool mask or some cool gown or costume, but he's using that fucking puppet to talk to people.
Yeah. That's how he relates to people, with a goddamn puppet on a tricycle, for crying out loud. What is this? What is going on in this guy's head? I mean, Jesus.
I mean, and it's like, and he doesn't just have it come out on the tricycle, but like the TV cuts on, he's using that puppet to talk to people. Yeah. I'm thinking like he has a hand puppet of that puppet. And he's using that to communicate with people, which is ridiculous. Because it's like, and was he doing it live? Is that a recording? Because what if he is doing it live? What if he messes up?
Exactly.
What if he gets his lines wrong?
Screws up his lines. Yes.
Yeah. What if he comes out and gets somebody's name wrong?
Joe, you got Richard.
Yeah.
Is he the one who made it?
Yeah. He starts what if he has to cough or something? He's like, yeah. I brought you here today because you have killed 6. I'm sorry. Can we take 2, please?
Yeah.
I brought you here. Oh God.
He runs out of tape. Look, you got 5. Boo. The people watching like, what the hell? Well,
what am I supposed to do now?
What do we do now? What the fuck?
He comes back on. I'm sorry. I had to run to Walmart, get on the tape.
Yeah.
Where was I? Oh yeah. You were here today.
The battery light comes on. Boop, boop, boop. Shit.
But no, and okay, furthermore, on top of that, all right, let's just say he can go ahead and build these traps. Yeah. Let's just say he actually found some space to do it with, and nobody can find him in. Mm-hmm. All those traps, man, that's a lot of time spent at Home Depot.
Oh yeah.
Somebody's gonna be able to catch this dude just because he bought $50,000 worth of jigsaws.
Hey, I like to see him walking out of Home Depot with all that bullshit in that cart. I mean, he has to be walking out with at least 3 carts worth of shit. I mean, come on.
You walk into Home Depot and all you bought was sharp objects and bear traps and saws and shit. Exactly. Somebody gonna call the police just because you bought that shit.
Exactly.
You ain't gonna get out of the parking lot.
Imagine the guy having to help him put all that shit in his truck.
So, sir, you're gonna be doing a lot of work tonight, huh? I'm building birdhouses.
Exactly.
No, you ain't, son of a bitch. No, so these movies, I've never been able to make sense out of them. Mm. When in the first one, I didn't really think it was that great, but I thought okay, it's a guy who has one small room, 2 people in there. The most he did was buy some barbed wire and kill somebody with it. Right. So I'm like, okay, but now it's getting insane. Mm-hmm. And that's why they're making these movies, just to see what kind of elaborate traps they can build to kill people with. Right. And of course, with every movie, they're getting more gruesome and more. Mm-hmm. And see, here's the weird thing. In this movie, in the first film, Jigsaw was killing people, but he was giving them a choice. He said, okay, look, you're going to have to cut your penis off or something. Right. But if you do that, you'll live. Right. And this one is just kind of I'm going to put you in this trap, and if you do what I tell you to do, you live, but he kills him anyway.
Yeah. That's what I didn't get. And then there's a scene where he's telling the cop that, he doesn't take pleasure in killing. But then again, he's really doing fucked up things to these people.
I've been a cop for 20 years. Is that long enough for you?
And you and I both know the statistics for repeat offenders in this city. 67.5% of criminals are back in prison within 3 years.
What do you want from me?
So you might look at what you did to Seth as a kind of public service.
She was my only family. He didn't deserve a chance. He was an animal.
Everybody deserves a chance.